Good day, everyone. I want to talk presentation about Internet history. My name is ByCika. My name 2121006 at online.edu. Internet. Internet meaning the Internet is a global network of world computers, large and very wide, where every computer is connected to each other from country to country around the world and contains various kinds of information, ranging from text, images, audio, video, and others. The Internet is a communication network that can connect an electronic media with other electronic media. The forerunner of the Internet was formed called the ARPANET project, which stands for Advanced Research Project began by the U.S. Department of Defense in 1960. The Internet supports a standard technology, namely Transmission Control Protocol or TCP. Transmission Control Protocol or TCP is a protocol for packet exchange that can be used for users around the world. On the Internet, there is also the term Internet working, which is a way to connect Internet networks and apply exciting rules. We can see the picture about how relate to others and the story of the Internet. The history of the Internet begins in 1969. At the time, the U.S. Department of Defense the Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, or DARPA, decided to conduct research on how to link computers together to form an organic network. This research program is known as the ARPANET. In 1970, more than 10 computers were successfully connected to each other so that they could communicate with each other and form a network. In 1972, Roy Tomlinson succeeds in perfecting the email program he created a year ago for the ARPANET. This email program was so easy that it instantly became popular. In the same year, the icon was also introduced as an important symbol indicating add or on. In 1973, the ARPANET computer network began to develop outside the United States. The University College Computer in London was the first computer outside of America to become a member of the ARPANET network. In the same year, two computer experts, namely Vincent Sharp and Bob Kahn, presented a bizarre idea, which became the forerunner of Internet thinking. This idea was presented for the first time at the University of Sussex. The next historic date is March 26, 1976, when the Queen of England managed to send an email from the Royal Signals establishment in Malvern. A year later, more than 100 computers have joined the ARPANET to form a network. In 1979, Tom Truscott, Jim Ellis, and Stevie Lovin created the first news groups called Usenet. In 1981, France Telecom created a buzz by launching the first television telephone where people could call each other while connecting with a video link. Because the computers that make up the network are increasing day by day, it takes an off-the-shelf protocol that is recognized by all networks. In 1982, the Transmission Control Protocol or TCP and the Internet Protocol or IP we all know were formed. Meanwhile, in Europe, a rival computer network emerged known as UNIT or EU and ET, which provide computer network service in the Netherlands, England, Denmark, and Sweden. The EU, the Unity or Unit network provides Usenet email and newsgroup service to homogeneous address on citing computer network in 1984. The domain name system was introduced, which we now know as DNS or the domain name system. Computers connect to exciting the network have more than 1,000 computers and 1987, the number of computers connected to the network jumped 10 times to more than 10,000. In 1988, Jarkko Oikarinen from Finland discovered and at the same time introduced IRC or Internet Relay Chat. A year later, the number of interconnect computers again jumped 10 times in a year. No less than 100,000 computers now from a network. The year 1990 was the most historic year when 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 Tim Berners-Lee invented a program editor and browser that could roam from one computer to another, which from the network. This program is called www or the World Wide Web. In 1992, computers connect to each other to form a network that exceeds 1 million computers, and in the same year, the term surfing the internet emerged. 90, 92, 90, 1993, NEC was created by NSF to provide certain internet service, directory and database service, or by AT&T, a registration service by Network Solutions (ENC), and information service by General Atomics or Servnet, ZERF and ET. 1994, the internet site had grown to 3 3 3 300 page addresses, and for the first time virtual shopping or retail appeared on the internet. The world immediately changed. In the same year, Yahoo was founded, which was also the birth of Netscape Navigator 1.0.90. 1995, the National Science Foundation termed direct access to NISF background from April April 30, 1995, the National Science Foundation contracted with four companies that would provide access to the NSF backbone or merit. These companies will then sell the connects to group, organizations, and companies. 1996, most internet traffic is carried by independent ESP backbones including M.Sc, AT&T, Sprint, UUNET, BBN, Planet, ANS, and many more. The early 200 were so connected with the dots bubble that really created a stir in the entire web industry. Reaching millions of viewers is suddenly possible at low cost, and this is driving opportunities and venture capitalists alike. Important info. Reports concluded by Jupiter Research saw that 1 billion people today are talking in terms of regular access to the internet. December report anticipates that the number of people with online access will increase by 38% between 206 and 211. We can only say that the future of the web is going to be bright. Internet development, information and telecommunication technology, or ECT, is the backbone of Web 2.0 application. The phenomenal development of information and communication technology and the beginning of the emergence of web applications is the Internet. The Internet, which started as research for defense and security and education, has developed into a very influential business support tool. In connection with the Web 2.0 application, there are several important events in the history of the Internet. Starting in 1957, through the Advanced Research Project Against, or ARPA, the United States is determined to develop an integrated communication network that connects the scientific, communicative, and military purpose. This was motivated by the assurance of the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union. In 1957, the Soviet launched Sputnik. The first major development of the Internet was ARPA, most important invention packet switching. Packet switching in the 1960s. Packet switching is a sending messages that can be broken down into small packets, each of which can go through the various alternative paths if one of the paths is the max towards a fragment destination. Packet switching also allows network to be used simultaneously to make multi-file connection, in contrast to the telephone lines that require a special line to make a connection. So, when the ARPANET became the national computer network in the United States in 1969, packet switching was used extensively as a method of communication to replace circuit switching used in public telephone connection. The second major development of the Internet that was recorded in the history of the Internet was the development of the network layer or protocol, which being the most widely used today, namely TCP or EP. Transmission control protocol or internet protocol. A protocol is a set of rules for communicating between networks. This protocol was developed by Robert Kahn and Vinton Cerf in 1974 with a standard and widely agreed protocol. Local networks scattered in various places can be connected to each other to form a giant network that even now reach the world. This network using the Internet Protocol is often referred to as the Internet Network. The ARPANET network has become larger since then and began to be managed by the private sector in 1984, so more universities and commercial companies began to enter. The TCP or EP protocol is a common protocol that is agreed upon so that they can communicate with each other on this internet network. Current internet developments. In 1989, Timothy Berners-Lee, a computer expert from England, created the World Wide Web, which is kind of a program that allows sounds, images, movies, music to be displayed on the internet. It is because of this invention that the internet has become more attractive and very varied. In the past, the internet could only be used by the certain groups and with certain companies. But now, people who are at home can also connect to the internet using a modem and telephone network. In addition, the internet is widely used by companies, educational institutions, government agencies, military institutions around the world to provide information to the public. The internet provides a lot of benefits. Some can provide good and bad benefits. Good when used for learning information, and bad when used for things that smell of pornography, violent information, and other negative things. This internet allows computer users around the world to communicate with each other and share information by sending email to each other, connecting one computer to another, sending and receiving files in the form of text, audio, video, discussing certain topic on news group, social networking website, and others. In the development of the internet today, we know an example of what is called learning. Electronic learning is a new way to teaching and learning process the use of electronic media, especially the internet as a learning system. Learning is the basic and logical consequence of the development of information and communication technology. Stands for learning is learning in a broad sense can include learning carried out on electronic media or internet, both formally and informally. Formal learning, for example, is learning with a curriculum, syllabus, subject, and tests that have been arranged based on schedule that has been agreed upon by the relevant person, a learning manager, and learner themselves. This kind of learning usually has a high level of interaction and is required by the company for its employees, or distance learning is managed by university and companies, usually consulting companies that are indeed engaged in providing a learning service to the public. Reference one a real about story uh, 9, 16 December 119 sejarah singkat internet dan perkembangan sampai saat ini. Zakaria Ahmed Ubaidillah 19 January 1 200 212 perkembangan internet dari awal sampai sekarang. And thank you for the watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.